All right, welcome back. Here with us now, Greg Steen, CEO and founder of Senior Care Advocates, and we're talking about something that you said was a very misunderstood topic, and we're talking about Medi-Cal estate recovery. So you're going to bust some myths for us. So what exactly are we talking about here?
So the state has the right to be reimbursed when when people pass away, if you've been on Medi-Cal, for most of the expenses that the state will pay for.
Okay.
But there's so many misconceptions that people run around and they get misinformation from well-meaning people, but they'll avoid getting benefits sometimes thinking that they've got to pay back the state or they're going to lose their house.
Okay.
Okay,
so can people lose their houses in this process?
They shouldn't. The state doesn't want your house, okay? The state doesn't want to put a lien on any of your property.
Right.
They just want to be reimbursed.
Okay.
So, but there's a big misconception out there that they will put a lien on your home or that they will go grab your home, and that's just not true.
Right.
So.
And I'm sure that happens. Maybe that there is a case law for that where that might have happened. But I think a lot of people think their property is up for grabs when they owe money, but
sure.
But I don't really know if legally the path to do that is always free of obstacles and something that they can do. When we talk about reimbursement, so they're getting reimbursed for money that they have paid, what is that money being spent on while that patient or that person who's receiving Medi-Cal is alive?
Good question. So the big one is skilled nursing.
Oh, okay.
So that can be thousands every month.
Yes.
And it's a lot of other related things that are under what's called community waivers and in-home care, but it is not, and this is a big one, it is not for in-home supportive services.
Okay.
Okay, that's an in-home care program. It's a big misconception, but basically anything that is related to skilled nursing and that type of care.
And so when we say reimbursed, who is responsible for that reimbursement?
The estate. So whoever's in charge of the estate has to file a claim within 90 days that the person passed away.
Okay.
And then they get a questionnaire. The questionnaire is supposed to be sent back, but legally it's not even required, but they ask you to.
Okay.
And they want information about, you know, what the person had, who's it going to, but it's important that people know it's not even required legally that you send it back.
Got it.
You just have to let them know that they passed away and give them a short note that says, hey, they passed, here's the death certificate, and you're good.
And so if there are people who have passed away, they were using Medi-Cal, the state is due their reimbursement, but their estate is non-existent. They don't have anything left in their estate. Then what happens?
So as long as you can prove that, then the state sends you a nice letter, says thank you very much for complying. We have no further claim against this estate.
Got it.
Yeah.
And so that's sort of where, you know, I think people get nervous that they're going to come take things that they think the state will come claim, and it sounds like a fairly easy process, but people misconstrue it.
Absolutely, and unfortunately, there's an element out there that wants people to believe the fear, if you will, that, oh, I've got to hire somebody because I need help with this. It's very simple, and we have, you know, free resources. We have all the information that people can get. They can download it, but the bottom line is the state doesn't want your house.
Yeah.
But they do want to be repaid. But they're just like reducing your taxes. There's very legal and, you know, accepted ways of reducing and or eliminating your liability to the state.
Yes.
And quite honestly, we gave the state the money first. Right?
Yeah.
And so it's those Medi-Cal's, you know, basically paid out of our state income tax revenues.
Right.
But mainly from Medicare deductions that go back to 1966.
Okay.
So, you know, you don't repay Social Security when you die.
Right.
You don't repay Medicare when you die, but the state does have the right to be reimbursed for Medi-Cal.
Why are they entitled to that reimbursement?
Honestly, it's probably because they had some great attorneys back in the day. Interesting story, the guy who was actually in charge of Medi-Cal statewide several decades ago, about 3 decades ago, fought the federal government because he didn't believe in it, thought it was unconstitutional. federal government won, he got fired, and it's been there ever since. And so.
So a tricky sort of geography to navigate there, and that's why we have senior care advocates, so that if people have questions, you can point them in the right direction.
Absolutely.
You know, you can save them from spending money on maybe hired help that they don't necessarily need to help them deal with this after the passing of a loved one. So we will have all the information about senior care advocates. The number is right there on your screen. Christine, thank you so much. You always bring great information to us. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
You bet.
Up next, we're getting you into the right car for the right, or the right four-wheeler for the right price. We head over to Elite Auto after the break.